So, good morning to all of you. I shall not make a very serious speech. I shall make it a very light-hearted speech today. You know, Mahatma Gandhi ji was born to fourth wife of his father. Fourth wife of his father. Could that have happened today? Ask yourself the question. Number one, the first two wives died. The first two wives died after delivering one child, and both were girl children. Could anybody have dreamt of marrying third time after losing the first two wives? Somebody would have told, hell with this business, what is this? But still, it is our fortune. Karamchand Gandhi decided to marry third time. After he married third time, unfortunate thing has happened. She did not have children at all. Third lady could not have children, did not have children. Look at the magnanimity of this third lady who permitted Karamchand Gandhi to marry the fourth lady. Would you think anybody would do that? Any lady would do that today? A living third wife who is not divorced as per the present day norms has magnanimously, with big heart, she has accommodated a Savati. She has accommodated another lady voluntarily, willingly. So, the greatness of Mahatma Gandhi ji is perhaps because of the higher greatness of this third wife. Isn't it? Should we not look at it in a different angle? You're all researchers. You think in a different way. Your thinking should have got to be very creative and very different. Now look at this fourth lady, Putli Bai. 4 children. Amongst all of them, Gandhiji happens to be the last child. Look at today, what would have happened today? First of all, under the circumstances, possibly Gandhi might not have been born at all. Had he been born also, he would not have got the importance as his father gave in those days, forcing him. It was not Gandhi's will, forcing him to go to England for Bagatla. Gandhi was a total useless student. Totally useless student who was not a student of the modern mummies would like, modern mothers. First rank vachinda, second rank vachinda, 99% vachinda, 95% kana takku enduku vachindi, because Gandhiji never attempted that. Thank God, Gandhiji's father also did not ask that, like today's father indirectly forcing the mother to ask that question. In the front, fathers remain great. In the back, they are the villains driving the mothers to ask this question. He was a shy boy. Gandhiji was totally a boy of shyness. Gandhiji was lip-tight boy. He never opened his mouth in the class. Therefore, Gandhiji isolated himself. You know how difficult it was for you during the COVID period. We have got to self-quarantine, but this man was observing the self-isolation even in the class. I told you my speech is now little awkward speech today because I want to see it in a different angle, whole thing. This shy boy, this useless boy, this non-performing boy, in fact, in a typical language, a man like lamb, L-A-M-B, how could he become a lion? So one thing is very certain, any lamb can become a lion at any day, provided there is a trigger, provided there is a cause, provided there is a commitment, and provided there is a reason. Isn't it? And what was that? So most of you, all of us know, trigger was not only one for Gandhiji, there were three in number. In fact, you know, Gandhiji was an ardent lover of British style. He was an ardent lover, particularly when he went into Bharatla, for doing Bharatla, he perfectly copied, imitated British style, and he was 100% British, fan. This man, when he was thrown out of the train during his travel in South Africa, that was the first jolt for him in his entire life. But that jolt was not really very powerful. He developed a notion that there has got to be revenge for this. He did not develop, because of that, the notion that he has got to overcome that. He developed a sense of revenge. So it was the first train incident. It was earlier to 1900. Immediately after 1900, again another train incident happened. Most of us do not know this. In this train incident, he was again traveling in the same train around the same region, and he was traveling again as usual in the first class. This time he was not thrown out. This time he was joined by an English friend while on his travel, and he presented him a book which he had read. I don't remember the name of the book. This book is, Dr. Sharda, And This Last, I think, yes. Unto This Last, isn't it? That was the book. Ruskin's book he presented. That was the one which changed Gandhiji. So Gandhiji, the would-be Mahatma, was born after that book. So Ruskin was mainly responsible. Of course, Ruskin might have written the book, but the English friend was mainly responsible who presented him the book. Therefore, in everybody's life, there shall be a turning point. And that turning point happens instantaneously, and that's what makes a big change. And Gandhiji was very instrumental naturally in a different way of getting the independence for this country. Yet, he was the only man who remained unhappy even after the independence, while all other politicians were very happy. Not those who earned the independence for India, but all those would-be politicians who saw a great future in this country for themselves were greatly happy. Isn't it? Okay. Well, Gandhiji's message was very interesting. Let me come to the messages little later, but all through, as a student, I was little worried why Nobel Prize was not given to Gandhi. The Nobel Prize for Peace was why it was not given to Gandhi. Forget about it. I did not know. I even today have no reason why at least Government of India has not conferred Bharat Ratna upon him. But the declaration of October 2nd as a day of non-violence is possibly the attribution of Nobel Prize every year. Isn't it? It is giving Nobel Prize to Gandhiji every year. There cannot be anything better than that. Gandhiji was attributed as Mahatma, and later all of us seconded him. Why all Indian, the entire world seconded him, but at what cost? Unlike today's politician, he did not stabilize his family. Unlike today's politician, he did not build up whatever has been required for the third generation of his family or the fourth generation of his family. He did not build up anything for himself. Whatever he built up was only for India and only for India's friendship with that country which is supposed to give the independence to India. Today, Britishers feel that they are friends with India, and that has been only because of Gandhiji, which we should not forget. Gandhiji mentioned one interesting thing. Mother Earth has a solution, as an offer to the need of everybody on this earth, isn't it? He told that, Gandhiji mentioned, the need of every person can perfectly be met by Mother Earth, but not the greed. But not the greed. Unfortunately, we are greedy. We are greed. Our ego within ourselves is because of the greed. Our concern that others don't respect me, others don't listen to me, comes out of the greed called ego. We forget our age. Even after forgetting our grown-up age, we still remain egoist. We still fight with our son-in-law, daughter-in-law, and the young children for the supremacy, which is greed, not ambition, which is high level of greed. Are we the people from the land of Gandhi? Where is the message? Where is the message which has been inculcated? And if I do not practice, what message can I forward to my children, the next generation? Well, again, come back. Gandhiji said, Earth has for everybody to meet the need, but it cannot meet the greed. Look at what has happened in this week in Andhra Pradesh. Why Andhra Pradesh? In Guntur. Straight in Guntur, what has happened? A young boy, a great engineer. I was really confused when he was a great engineer. I wanted to find out whether he is from Vignan. Luckily, he was not from Vignan. Luckily, he was not from Vignan. I had to do some little research and do the hunting to find out from where is this boy in Guntur who did this, what I am going to explain now. This boy wanted to join course called cyber security in USA. Look at the paradox of the problem. He wanted to go for cyber security in USA, for which he wanted a lot of money. He wanted to join USA, he wanted to go, he wanted a lot of money. Have you understood what has he done? Have you read it in the newspaper what he has done? This bugger stole the cars to join for a security course. He is breaking the security before joining the security course. So he is practically learning how to hack the security before becoming a cyber security expert. So he is receiving the practical training. So he sold cars He stole cars and he sold them. He robbed women, robbed the gold ornaments and he sold them. He could not understand police could be smarter than him. He was caught. Where is he now today? What has happened to his dream of cyber security? That's what Gandhiji told. We have enough for our need, we don't have for greed. Isn't it? This was one story of Guntur. Today, when my boys and girls spoke about Gandhiji here, I was so thrilled. It is one of their brother who did this. May not be from Vignan, but he did it. Right? So unfortunate is our country, and a country where Gandhiji gave the lead. The other one, the most important, which has happened in Visakhapatnam. In this week itself, Visakhapatnam. A young lady of about 32 years old, she poisoned her two children. After ensuring that the two children are dead, she suicided. The reason? Naturally, the greed of her husband, the greed of her mother-in-law to bring more dowry, the compulsion to bring more dowry. And what did Gandhiji say? Gandhiji said the real independence would happen on the day when the ladies in India can comfortably move around in the midnight without anybody accompanying them. And in this land, in the broad daylight, a young lady a mother of two children is compelled to suicide because of the greed of another woman. Again, another woman, basically. And of course, son also, the man. But the root cause for man is woman only. Right? So, the Gandhiji's hypothesis is true, and we are making it true by proving it from other way around, not proving it positively, but proving it negatively time and again. I want to share this, another point. Gandhiji said, happiness definitely cannot be purchased. Happiness can only be practiced. And he said, you can be happy if and only if you can have the frankness to say what you have been thinking. How many of us have got it? How many of us have got it, the frankness of telling the truth? What has been happening in your brain, what has been happening in your mind when your chairman is sitting in front of you? You close your tongue. You'll tighten your lip. And that's what Gandhiji said. Happiness is only when you are able to speak what your mind thinks, what your brain thinks. We are unable to speak. We cannot be frank. We cannot express. We don't express. Good. Second, it doesn't stop there. This theorem doesn't stop. This Gandhi's theorem doesn't stop there. You can be happy when what you think can be spoken and what you have spoken is practiced by you, not by others. Whatever you have spoken has been practiced by you. Do we? Do we do that? Why do we develop this bad habit of pleasing somebody? Pleasing the incoming Vice-Chancellor? Developing the hatredness for the Vice-Chancellor in the last period of the Vice-Chancellor and planning to find out who is the next Vice-Chancellor and try to please him before his arrival? Isn't it? Where are we? Are we the people from this country of Gandhi? We try to please everybody, right? Pleasing somebody is worse than bribing. At least you give a prize, you give a bribe, you forget about it. But trying to please somebody is worse than bribing. And this is what we are teaching our younger children, where we have got to expect the Gandhis to blossom. This is exactly what we teach our younger children, because younger children need not be taught. They would simply silently follow what we do at home, what we practice at home. It's so interesting. What you speak, if you can model it as a straight line, what you think is the first straight line, because what you think is in the brain, and what you speak is another straight line, and what you practice is yet another straight line. It may not be straight line, it is non-linear, yet make it simple, make it a linear transformation. And if there are these three straight lines, Gandhiji said all these straight lines should be concurrent. All the three straight lines should have only one point of concurrence. But I slightly modify it. Don't worry if you cannot make it a perfect point of concurrence, which is just impossible, because our politicians have taught us not to make it possible, because our world has taught us not to make it possible, right? Isn't it? We have done it. And as teachers, we are the same thing that we are doing for our own children, for our own students, that finally we tell, to start with we tell you should learn, and to end with we should tell, ultimately we compel him to score the marks. Only marks becomes important. So we have been practicing that, therefore getting only one point of concurrence of these three lines perhaps is impossible for the next century. However, you draw these three lines in such a way that there is a triangular enclosure. At least there is a triangular enclosure. And now make it a problem of limit of this area of the triangle tending to 0. Right? Let us do that. Let us make it a more practical problem of accepting that these lines could possibly make a triangle, and be happy if it makes a triangle. But when I was thinking yesterday, there are still 3 sets of lines which will not even make a closed contour also. It can be open at one end. It can be possible if they are mutually orthogonal, 90-degree lines. You cannot have a triangle also. Don't do that. Give a little tilt to your line so that a triangle is formed. All right? Remaining straight is because of ego. Okay? So triangle. And then next problem is, let the limit of area tend to 0. Let this area start tending to 0. Good. Today I liked here, whatever you have written here today. An ounce of practice is worth 1,000 of words. An ounce of practice is worth 1,000 of words. That's what you have written. Beautiful. That is all R22 tells. The regulation R22 tells only that you have got to tell, as teachers, you have got to tell your students, an ounce of practice is more than thousands of words being by-hearted. That's all. That's what Gandhiji had imagined way back. An ounce of creativity is better than thousands of words written in your stupid answer book to get 100 out of 100 marks. Right? I'm very sure the young children, predominantly from first year here, and the many faculty sitting over here plus the staff members should understand this, and they have got to inculcate the practice, the messages given by Gandhiji first within themselves. Don't preach your children. Once it is practiced, once it is put inside, it becomes a habit. When it becomes a habit, children observe it and they inherit it. Let the messages be inherited rather than compelled and forced upon them. No message can be thrusted upon the next generation. The next generation should inherit. Because they have got to inherit, first I should learn. I should decide. At least I should decide, at least from the 153rd birthday of Gandhiji, that at least in the remaining part of my life, I shall try to do that. Thank you very much for such a patient listening.